right, this is Ninja Gaiden for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And I was really excited to play this again. I haven't played this game in probably 2 decades. Because as I've said before in Classic Game Room HD, my favorite video games usually involve spaceships, ninjas, or cars. Or anything that explodes. That's also a good thing to have in a video game. Ninja Gaiden brings back a lot of memories. This is one of the first games that I can remember that started bringing over that Japanese anime style. It looks pretty cliched now, but this is 1989. This was pretty early, back in the days of like Go-Go 13 and the original Akira movie. And of course, we've been getting Robotech and Voltron and a lot of Japanese cartoons brought over to the States in the decade before this. But the Atari 2600 and 7800 were not able to bring this kind of graphics to the table, and that's what the NES did. And that's why the NES, and that's one of the reasons I think the NES was so popular, is because it was able to up the ante on its presentation and really tell a story. Obviously, the technical specifications were much greater than they were on the Atari 2600 or even the 7800. So you could have these epic adventures on the Nintendo Entertainment System that you couldn't have on your home system before. I think this game shows incredible talent. I think one of the most amazing parts of this game are the cutscenes, because they were able to take something so simple and turn it into a really enjoyable experience as far as its storytelling and the characters and the shots. And it's really well directed and really well put together. So it's a fun story, and that's the best part of Ninja Gaiden. Because to be honest with you, I don't think the gameplay was as good as I remembered it. So before I get 1,000 improperly spelled angry emails criticizing the fact I said I didn't like the Ninja Gaiden gameplay, first of all, if you're that angry about a video game, you need to be interested in something else. I love this shot. They take something so simple like the moving background and just the ninja running, and they use it to great effect. That shows incredible talent. I like Ninja Gaiden because I like being a ninja and running around slashing people, but the controls are definitely a little rough. My biggest gripe is the fact that when you're in midair, you really can't do anything below you. You're going to land on somebody and die. So that makes it really frustrating when you're trying to jump around and jump from level to level and beat bad guys. So the frustrating thing about this game is it turns into a bit of a memorization chore. And of course, when we were kids, we had a lot more time to memorize video games, so it wasn't a big deal. It was really exciting. You could go through the levels and memorize each place that you were supposed to jump and when you were supposed to duck and slash the birds. I hate those goddamn birds. And of course, now I don't have nearly as much time to sit around and memorize the levels, so I just like to play the game. But this game is a little frustrating in that you simply have to memorize it in order to get through it. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I'm not really very good at Ninja Gaiden. I preferred Contra and Bionic Commando on the NES, but you really can't lose it being a ninja. And this game has so much else going for it. The music is tremendous. The story is really cool, and I'm showing a lot of the cutscenes of the story here. And you have to remember, this came out in 1989. And since then, we've had Revenge of Shinobi and the other Shinobi games, and a whole lot of other Ninja Gaiden games. I was a bigger fan of Shinobi myself. And Revenge of Shinobi and those Sega Genesis games are, it's a much more powerful system, so they were able to do a lot more with it. And I've just been spoiled, I guess, by my years of Sega Genesis. Ninja Gaiden does follow the NES style of telling the story through just about every landscape possible. You have your nature preserve level, you have your ice level, you have the dungeon level. Another thing that infuriates me about this game is if you kill an enemy and then return to that same spot, the enemy is automatically there again. So you have this unlimited number of ninjas or panthers or whatever, or dogs or whatever, always running at you, even if you've killed them. So in some ways this game rewards you for just getting through the level as quickly as possible, not actually stopping to enjoy any of it. The Ninja Gaiden franchise is of course alive and well today. I have not yet played Ninja Gaiden for the PlayStation 3. But I hope to, because I like ninjas, and I'm curious to see what they've done on the PS3. See that goddamn bird? You can't swing your sword while you're climbing the ladder. Here's another tremendous cutscene. Reminds me of Highlander. And this was done in the days before computer graphics, so you know they actually had to shoot that shot of the ninja standing on top of the mountain. That's real. Playing Ninja Gaiden brought back some good memories, and also a little bit of a wake-up call that I hadn't played this game in 20 years, and I just preferred Revenge of Shinobi. So instead of sending me all kinds of angry emails, know that I really did enjoy the game, and it was fun to get back into it again. It's probably not one that I'll be picking up again anytime soon, but it was a good trip through memory lane, and I know a lot of people have fond memories of Ninja Gaiden, and if you haven't played it before, you should, just to see what you think of it, because it's a good adventure. It's a great example of what the Nintendo did well, which was good adventure games in the days when there weren't a lot of good adventure games available for your home entertainment system. You typically had to go to the arcade to play a game like this. Or at least you did back in the 80s. And this is the kind of game that was simply impossible on the Atari 2600 or 7800. And of course it had another great element, which is the story. Have a nice day. But you do get unlimited continues in Ninja Gaiden. So if you get the game, you should be able to spend some time playing it, get through the whole game, and hopefully enjoy it. I feel like I've been pretty tough on Ninja Gaiden. And you have to understand, I really do like this game. And my biggest gripe is just the controls. Like fighting these guys here, you'll note I get hit and I fly backwards in this fetal position, which kind of paralyzes you for a brief moment. But it's in that moment that's the frustration, because you can't react. And if you're fighting along some poles or giant, stone structures, and you hit a bird or jump onto a bat, your character goes into that same position and just flies off the screen and you die. That's my gripe with this game. I mean, it's a goddamn bat. It's not gonna hurt a ninja. You should at least be able to kick the fucking bat out of the air. And even if you do kill the goddamn bat, and you run backwards to set up your next attempt at a jump, you go and jump again, and the bat just reappears. It's like infinite bats and birds and enemy ninjas that come at you. With that being said, it's still Ninja Gaiden, and you're still a badass ninja, and you still get to run around with a sword and slash and hack people into little bits. And that makes for a good adventure, and a great story. So my nitpicking aside, you need to run out and get Ninja Gaiden and spend some time playing it.